How's it going, guys? Welcome back. Today is day 4 of the series of going from $0 to $100,000 in profits from prop firm payouts. So today I took a flip trade on my Take Profit Trader. I'm just showing you guys this right now to show you that all I need is, this updates end of day. So on Monday, I would just need one more flip trade and then these become passed and I'll have 5 Take Profit Trader Pro accounts. Next, I want to show you guys my Tradeify. I did hit daily loss limit on that. So as you guys can see, oh, hold on, that's a little sneak preview. Yeah, there we go. This is the funded Tradeify accounts, the growth 50Ks. As you see here, I hit negative 1250. I did overtrade, unfortunately. Let me see if I can show you guys the executions here. Yep, right here, I entered short, I got stopped out. And then I re-entered in a short, and I got stopped out once more. I believe I re-entered into micros afterwards. Let's turn on executions here. Let's see, fill, show fills. There we go. I re-entered short here, got stopped out. Hit daily loss limit on all the accounts. Now I only have $749 in drawdown, so I will be taking these much slower going forward. It is unfortunate. I did that to myself, but it's all right. We will persevere and fight back. Losses are part of the game. I did take a bigger loss than I wish I did, but it's all right. I'm just not too used to the 50K accounts. As I mentioned before, I usually trade 150Ks. I'll go over the loss, how I could have avoided it, what I took. And I also want to mention, because it is Friday and, we have the whole weekend ahead of us, I didn't want to go into the weekend on a bad footing. So I opened up 5 FundedNext Rapid accounts and I passed those. You're allowed to pass them in one trade in one day. So I entered along here and I added one and then stopped out in profit. And then I bought back in and got tagged out here for the full $5,000, which lets me pass these accounts. Now, on Monday, these will be funded. And in order to get a payout on them, you don't even need to build a buffer. It's just 40% consistency, and the max payout is $2,500. So realistically, if I just wanted to take a payout and, rinse and repeat, then I could just do a minimum of around $840 a day for 3 days in a row. And I could take out around $10,000. Let me see, 2,500 times 5, and then times 0.8, of course, because, yeah, so it'd be $10,000 in payout. But I'm gonna try to build a buffer and take that payout. That way I'm able to, continuously take payouts, because you're able to do it. And I believe you could take up to 5 or 6 payouts out of that. So if I was slow and I built, it took $1,000 a day, risked 500, I'd be able to, if a week of flawless trades, I'd be able to take a max payout and have that buffer built. But we'll see how that goes anyway on Monday. And I will bring up TradingView to show you guys the trades I took, why I took it, and how I could have avoided the loss. So here is TradingView. Now let me show you guys the reason I took and wanted shorts at first. So we're looking at the 4-hour time frame, right? We can see here that ES and NQ took the all-time highs, but YM did not. And it was also an SMT or a PSP. It was bearish and wanted to go down. It closed bear while ES and NQ closed bullish. So I thought that because it's on the high side as well, we're gonna at least pull back a little bit, and we have that huge new day opening gap way below us, right? So my assumptions were that it was going to want to fill that. Then I dropped down to the 30-minute time frame, and as we see here in the 30-minute time frame, we have this SMT formed, right, with ES and YM and NQ, and it was also a PSP, and it's a C2 candle, which means it swept the high and closed within. So I wanted to see it go down after that. It was also the same on the 15 as well as a double SMT, right? So in the 1 minute, I saw it closed right this, I believe, was that was the 10 a.m. open level. I saw it close below, strong. So I entered my shorts here, put my stop just above that. And not even like a taken profit, got stopped out. Then I re-entered on micros thinking it was just a pullback. I should not have done that. I should have took the first loss and walked away. And I got stopped out. Then I realized, all right, let me take a step back and look at things a little more level-headed, right? That's when I got the rapid accounts. And then, right, okay, so we could see, if we go into the 90-minute time frame, we can see here that it was essentially formed a C2, right? It closed below, or swept below, and started to retrace up. And we could also see, okay, that this C2 was also an SMT with, right there. There we go. Right? ES did the same thing, but YM went below it. So this is a sign that it wants to go bullish, right? Let me look at the 1 hour as well. We can kind of see the same pattern starting to form. The 1 hour, 10 o'clock also does that, right? 10 o'clock closes as a C2, and it's weak, and it looks like it wants to start to reverse, while ESC2 10 o'clock, or ES didn't form a C2 at 10 o'clock, but it was extremely bullish. And then 9 a.m. formed its C2. Same thing with NQ. Therefore, it was a sign that, all right, maybe we need to start looking into long. So at 11 o'clock, I decided to look at longs, and I entered here at 3:04 when there was a CISD that was formed. So basically, it was just pumping, and we see this slight little pullback with a C2 form right here. So once that C2 gets closed above, and this is like the candle 3, we see a CISD, right? I decide, okay, now is the time for me to enter into my long on NQ. And originally my stop was, I think it was like a 4RR trade, but I was also targeting a lot higher, right? I think I was targeting 120 points, right? And I was doing a 4RR trade. So that was the original trade I entered in. But as I mentioned, I added into a contract right around here, and then I closed out, and then I bought back. And so this was the final RR essentially that I was risking, and that's where I got stopped out in profit. So this was the winning trade I took to pass the accounts. I do wish that I took this loss to chin and, realized that I was wrong with that and waited for another proper setup and not rushed into it to hit my daily loss limit, because if I did wait, I think I at least would have ended the day break even if I took this, or I would have just walked away on a smaller loss. It is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And so at least now we did, have that pass, so we can start Monday with even more opportunity, right? We have 5 funded growth accounts, which we're going to have to take a little slower. We have 5 FundedNext accounts, the rapid 100Ks, which is going to be good. And we'll just have that flip trade, of course, for Take Profit Trader. Then Tuesday, all of them will be funded, and we're on the path to payout. Now, the path to payout for the Tradeify Growth accounts is going to slow down a little bit, because now I believe, let me take a look here at what our goal is going to be. So if we do that, we're going to need around $1,090 a day for 3 days in a row to get back to max payout territory. So I think that there's 2 ways I could go about this if I want to do that within 5 winning trade days, right? There's 2 ways you could go about this. Cut that in half, risk 250 to make 500, and change that to 10 winning trade days. Or well, it would be 6 more days, right? It wouldn't be, I guess it would end up being a total of 10 trade days, but it would be 6 more trade days. Or within 3 trade days, I'd have to risk 600. I'd basically be full porting on Monday. I don't think I want to do that. I don't want to blow the accounts. Really, like, if I could on Monday, I'd want to just recover the loss I took. but I don't think it's smart to rush into things. I think I should just aim for, risk. At this point, I only have $750 in drawdown. So really, if I did one trade a day and I did $300 to make $600, something like that, then I would 2 days. It would put me back to where I was at yesterday of 2 winning trades. So either way, we'll see Monday what happens. Hopefully we get this back in order, but at least we have somewhere to go with the FundedNext accounts. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for following along. Today's a day 4, and I'll see you guys on day 5 on Monday.